Here this week where we are going to revise what we learned last week using this week's portion. I'm starting with the third verse, which has a number of interesting Taamim. So let's start again. The third verse starts with the word Vaikahalu. Once again, on top of the Lamed, there is this special Taam here. In the top table, you have all the Taamim and their names. And you can see that the first Taam we encounter is here in the second line toward the end, and it's called Shene Gerishin. Once again, Shene Gerishin. And we learned last week that the way to sing this Taam is the following: Shene Gerishin. So, in the same way, the word Vaikahalu should be sung this way: Vaikahalu. And then we pursue further with an interesting Taam again here at the Ravia, which is on the top of the Resh. I am ignoring the Taam here below on the Moshe, which we'll cover later on. This Taam is called Ravia. As I said, it has a diamond shape. It's on top of the Resh, and we can also find it in the top table here in the second line, just before the one we saw earlier. It's called Ravia, and it is sung the following way: Ravia. So this word here, Aharon, should be sung this way: Ve'al Aharon. And the third interesting ta'am which we are finding is this S-shaped ta'am, S on the floor. And we learned last week that the name of this ta'am is called Zarka, top table, first name, and it should be sung this way: Zarka Vayomeru Alehem. And it's always followed most of the time by a segalta, the three dots here, which we find also here at the top here in the top table, called segolta. And you read it that way, always together with the zarka. Zarka segolta Vayomeru Alehem Rav Lachem. Then we find a very classic common Taam which follows this little V here on the floor as well. It's called Shofar Mehupach. Okay, and in the top table, if you're looking for it, you are going to find it here, Shofar Mehupach, here, followed by Kadma. This is a very classic series, Shofar Mehupach Kadma, and it is sung this way: Shofar Mehupach Kadma, Ki Chol Ha'ida. And then another very classic series, this is the new one for this week. Under the Lamed, you have this little Ta'am, which is a half a square, let's call it. It's called Shofar Holech, and you find it here. Shofar Holech, here it is, okay? Shofar Holech. So, Shofar Holech sometimes is followed by this two-dot Ta'am, which is called Zakef Katon, okay? So, if you look at the top table, the Zakef Katon is here. So, Shofar Holech is read Shofar Holech, Zakef Katon. In this case, Kulam Kedoshim. And then we have this Taam, which is also sort of a slowing down Taam before the next Taam, which is also together most of the time. So this Taam here, this little inverted R, I was going to say, is called a Tarha, and it's here in the top table, Tarha, and then it's followed by Atnah. This is what we have under the God's name, and this is how you read it: Tarha Atnah. Uvetocham Adonai. So when you do the seri, it sounds this way. Kulam kedoshim uvetocham Adonai. Right, let's stop here for today. We'll continue next time.